Hello, and today we'll be talking about visual timetables. And there's an example of one. So a visual timetable shows what is happening over a period of time in a visual way. It is a plan in pictures. It might use real photographs, pictures, cartoons or symbols. They can be used at home or school or any setting in which the child may be in. They can be used to show a daily routine or a sequence of activities. For all children, it is important to know what is happening in the present and throughout the day. For the children that we work with, this can be even more important, and visual timetables can support and enable children to complete tasks over a period of time and become more independent with the tasks that are set out. Using a visual timetable can help children to see and understand what is happening and to help them to prepare for what is coming next. There are many benefits of using a visual timetable. Some of these can include that the visual timetable is easier to understand than just being spoken to. The pupil has a visual representation of what is happening or being asked of them, allowing more time to process the information. Words can come and go, but pictures can be referred back to as and when needed. It can support independence. Visual timetables can support children to know what they are doing in the day and enable them to prepare for the tasks themselves. They can be used as part of a morning routine or to help in a sequence of tasks, such as getting dressed, completing work tasks, or using the bathroom area. A visual timetable can also support with challenging behaviour. All behaviour is a form of communication. When children are feeling emotions which they cannot express or understand themselves, a visual timetable can support them with a visual representation of the strategies that may be used. This may include going to the sensory integration room, completing a sensory diet or going to a calming corner. The timetables can support children to manage their anxieties by helping them to know what to expect and to see what is happening next or throughout the day. It also supports the children to complete tasks without them having to remember all the small steps that lead to the completion of the task. It also supports decision making. Children can make decisions on what they would like to do next and add it onto the visual timetable. Once a visual timetable has been created, the child will know exactly what is expected of them. This means there shouldn't be any unexpected activities that they aren't ready for, which could cause anxiety. If there are changes throughout the day, then a red cross can be added onto the symbol, which will not take place. Children can use the images to start forming associations between spoken and written words. A visual timetable, more than anything else, helps to settle children into a routine and lets you make the most of your time with them during school or home. Visual timetables can either be read top to bottom, like this, or left to right, like this one. And this supports with the orientation of reading. You can use either a finish box or an envelope to place the symbols in once you have finished with them. We use visuals to help children organise their day, which can make them feel safe and secure. So just to reflect, visual timetables help to break down longer activities into smaller, more manageable steps. The fact that all this is done visually gives them something they can always refer back to, so this is always a big plus.
Are you ready? So first, it's work.
Yes.
Then numbers.
Yes.
Then letters.
Yes.
Then toilet.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Time for work.
Time for work.
Numbers.
Okay.
Number
Number 1.
1,
Number 2.
2,
3. 4.
4,
5.
5,
6. 7.
7.
8.
Good boy.
Yeah!
Take them out and count. 1,
2. 3.
take them out. 3,
4.
4,
5.
5,
6.
6,
7.
7.
8.
Good boy. Numbers have
Finished.
finished. Time for your letter letters.
Yes.
Ready?
Time now.
Going to match. Matching. Are you ready? Time for letters.
Letters.
C.
C.
Matching your letters.
Wow.
Ah.
Time now. Yes.
Fish.
Fish.
Octopus.
Octopus.
And
And a whale.
whale. Good boy. And
And a shark.
good boy. Letters have.
That's finished.
Now it's time for
Toilet.
toilet. Let's go.
Yes. Done office work, haven't I?
You have. Come on then. Which toilet are you going in? This one?
Oh, I'm gonna go to that.
Go this one?
Yes.
Off you go. First, toilet.
Toilet.
Off we go.
Off we go.
Toilet has finished.
Finished.
Next,
Soap.
soap on your hands. Ready? Wash hands.
Wash hands. Dry your hands.
Dry hands. Good boy. Time
Yes.
to.
Play.
Good boy.
Yes.
Extra tips for visual timetables. You can use different size photographs, which represent the real object, or you can use smaller ones, which is a symbol form. You need to work on which is best for the child. If using photographs, they need to be clear with a plain background so the picture is very clear. Symbols can also be larger or smaller depending on who you are working with, and it can also support if a child has a visual impairment program as well. Before using a full visual strip, you can start with just one symbol at a time, so the child becomes familiar with the symbol that you are using or the photograph. You then move on to now and next boards. Here you can put some Velcro on here and here, so when the activity is taking place you can Velcro them on and off, and also the child can support with that as well. If the child really likes Velcro and taking them off and you don't want them to, you can also produce ones like this where they're already on there. The length of the strip can vary depending on the child that you are working with. This is just an activity broken down, or you could have a whole morning or a whole day's worth of activities on a sequence. Also, the colour of the card or the strip can change depending on the child that you are working with. When using the symbols, you can start with photographs so the children get to know what the picture is and it relates to the real object. Then you can move on to symbols and then finally onto black and white symbols as well. You don't need to have specialist symbol software. You could use Twinkle Symbols, which is available online, or you could just stay with photographs of the objects or the activities that you would like the child to take part in. There is no right or wrong way to use a visual timetable. It is finding out what works best for the child that you work with. And finally, also involve the child in the process of making the timetable so that they feel that their wants and needs are being taken into account. This should make it easier for the child to accept the timetable and use it to support them throughout the day.